The arena is packed to its limits. Every seat is filled, every voice is raised, and every camera is pointed toward the ring. Tonight is not just a boxing match. It feels like a storm about to explode inside four ropes. The air is heavy with expectation as two completely different fighting philosophies prepare to collide. On one side stands the American knockout artist Gervonta Davis, a southpaw with explosive timing, fight-ending power, and cold composure under pressure. On the other side is the relentless Mexican warrior Isaac Cruz, a fighter built on pressure, volume punching, and unstoppable forward movement. From the moment the bell rings, the contrast becomes obvious. Cruz does not waste even a second. He rushes forward immediately, cutting distance with aggressive footwork, throwing hooks to the body and head, trying to overwhelm Davis before he can settle. The crowd erupts as Cruz forces the champion backward. It looks chaotic, but this chaos is exactly what Cruz wants. A fight in close range where thinking becomes difficult and instinct takes over. Davis, however, does not panic. He remains composed, almost expressionless. He circles carefully, keeping his guard tight, watching every movement. He is not trying to win the first exchange. He is trying to understand it. Every step Cruz takes forward is being studied, every punch is being measured. And then suddenly, Davis begins to respond. A sharp counter left hand lands as Cruz overextends. Then another clean shot snaps Cruz's head slightly back. The message is clear. Pressure will be answered with precision. As the first round continues, Cruz keeps coming. He throws in combinations, not always clean but constant. Body shots. Dig in, gloves collide, and the fight quickly becomes physical. Davis lands fewer punches, but his shots are cleaner, sharper, and more damaging in appearance. The contrast is already forming. Volume versus accuracy, pressure versus timing. By round 2, Cruz increases intensity. He steps in even faster, trying to trap Davis on the ropes. He throws hooks in bunches, aiming to break rhythm. Davis is forced to move more, using small pivots and subtle head movement. Every time Cruz attacks recklessly, Davis finds an opening. A counter uppercut here, a left hook there. The crowd begins to realize something important. Cruz is bringing the fight, but Davis is controlling the damage. In round 3, the fight reaches another level. Cruz lands a few solid body shots that make noise in the arena. The crowd reacts to every punch he throws, feeding his energy. He begins to believe he can physically overwhelm the champion, but Davis adjusts. His timing sharpens. He starts reading Cruz's rhythm, step in, punch, and begins intercepting him mid-entry. A perfectly timed counter makes Cruz pause for the first time. That pause is all Davis needs to start building control. He begins to step slightly to angles instead of going straight back. He makes Cruz reset, his feet more often. Every reset is a small victory for Davis, because it breaks the forward momentum that Cruz depends on. By round 4, the fight is becoming a chess match inside a war. Cruz is still aggressive, but now he is eating cleaner counters. Davis lands a crisp left hand that visibly snaps Cruz's head. The Mexican fighter responds immediately, throwing more punches in anger rather than strategy. But Davis remains patient. He does not chase, he waits. The crowd is now fully split. Fans of pressure love Cruz's aggression, while fans of skill admire Davis's control. Every exchange feels meaningful. Every punch carries momentum. Round 5 becomes a turning point in rhythm, not damage. Cruz is still coming forward, but his entries are becoming slightly more predictable. Davis notices this. He starts timing the exact moment Cruz steps in. Each time Cruz closes distance, Davis meets him with a counter before Cruz can fully launch his attack. It is subtle, but effective. The fight is slowly shifting. Cruz, however, refuses to slow down. His conditioning, his pride, and his style demand forward pressure. Even when punches land clean on him, he answers with more volume. He targets the body heavily, trying to reduce Davis's movement over time. The body shots begin to add up, even if they are not fight-changing yet. By round 6, the intensity rises again. Davis starts to open up slightly more offensively. Instead of only countering, he begins to place sharp combinations. A jab, followed by a straight left, then a quick exit. The accuracy difference becomes more visible. Cruz throws 10 punches. Davis lands 2 clean ones, but those 2 carry visible impact. In round 7, Davis begins to show full confidence. He starts slipping punches by inches, making Cruz miss in dramatic fashion. Every missed punch from Cruz is followed by a clean counter. The rhythm now favors Davis more clearly. However, Cruz's toughness is becoming a major storyline. He refuses to show pain, refuses to back up, and continues pressing forward like a machine. Round 8 turns into a battle of endurance. Cruz's output starts to slightly decrease, not in heart, but in speed. Davis senses this and increases his accuracy. He lands a sharp counter left hook that echoes through the arena. The crowd reacts instantly. Cruz is still dangerous, but now he is beginning to pay for every forward step. In round 9, Davis takes more control of distance. He uses angles more effectively, circling instead of retreating straight back. Cruz is forced to reset more often, and that reset time is critical. It allows Davis to land cleaner, more visible shots. The difference in damage becomes more noticeable. Cruz is accumulating wear, while Davis remains relatively sharp. Round 10 becomes one of the most tactical rounds of the fight. Cruz tries to increase pressure again, sensing he may be falling behind. He throws in bursts, trying to overwhelm Davis in short moments. But Davis stays calm under every surge. He blocks, slips, and counters with precision. The exchanges are still exciting, but now they favor the champion more clearly. As the championship rounds approach, fatigue begins to play a visible role. Cruz's face shows signs of accumulation, but his spirit remains unbroken. He continues to march forward, throwing punches even when they are not landing cleanly. Davis, on the other hand, becomes more efficient. He throws less, but lands more effectively. Round 11 is where experience and intelligence shine. Davis begins to control tempo completely. He dictates when exchanges happen and when they do not. Cruz is still trying to force action, but Davis is now making him miss and pay repeatedly. The precision difference becomes undeniable. By round 12, the final round, everything is on the line in spirit, if not in scorecards. Cruz gives everything he has left. Full commitment, full aggression, no hesitation. He knows he must do something dramatic. The crowd roars as he pushes forward one last time, throwing everything in combinations. Davis meets him with calm precision. Every forward step is met with a counter. Every wild punch is answered with accuracy. Neither man backs down, but the difference in control is clear. Davis is composed. Cruz is desperate but brave. When the final bell rings, both fighters stand in the center of the ring, exhausted, breathing heavily, and staring forward with mutual respect. The arena applauds loudly, recognizing the effort from both men. Cruz has brought relentless pressure and heart, pushing the champion through difficult moments. Davis has shown elite-level timing, defense, and composure under constant attack. When the decision is announced, it reflects what the fight showed. Cleaner punching, sharper counters, and more effective damage belong to Gervonta Davis. But the performance of Isaac Cruz earns massive respect from fans and analysts alike. This fight will be remembered as a classic clash of styles, a relentless pressure fighter against a precise, counter-punching champion. A night where aggression met accuracy.